If you run a team in your job, everything that goes wrong with your team is your fault. That's according to Jocko Willink, who is the author of a book called Extreme Ownership. And Jocko Willink isn't just an author, he's a former Navy SEAL commander. And that means that he didn't just work as a Navy SEAL, he actually trained others to become Navy SEALs. So he wasn't just here, he was way up. he was the main man when it came to Navy SEALs. When he was running his team of Navy SEALs, he would say that everything that the team did wrong was his fault because he didn't convey the importance of something. If somebody on your team doesn't do something that was supposed to be done, yeah, it's their fault, but really it's your fault as the leader because you didn't convey the importance of what needed to be done. Now, the idea of extreme ownership isn't necessarily about always beating yourself up and being hard on yourself. It's about becoming a better leader by saying, okay, what could I have done? The only thing you could ever control is your own output. I can't make somebody else do something, not really. Maybe if you're short term, I can, but not in the long term. So extreme ownership is all about, well, what could I do? How could my output be better? How could my output be more efficient and more clear for the team? So extreme ownership, that's one of the things he talks about is how to take ownership if everything goes wrong in your team. And there's loads more in that book. And when we covered it in the podcast, we covered all the actionable content. But if you only listen to the podcast, you'll get nothing from it. Because you won't remember it. You'll be emptying the dishwasher, you'll be going for a walk, out for a run, dealing with the kids, listen to this podcast, you'll hear something great and you'll think, I should do that. I should take extreme ownership of everything that happens on my team to become a better leader. And then you'll never think about it ever again. Well, we've got you covered because we've built the tools to help you remember the most actionable content from these podcast episodes right when you need it, at that moment of truth, when it matters. And will help you to find opportunities to deliberately practice the actionable content and then reflect on it so that you can see your own skill set developing over time. So that you'll actually build a certificate of experience rather than collecting fairly useless certificates of completion. The certificate of completion means I listened to the podcast, I sat through the training session. You didn't do anything with the content. We'll help you do something with the content if you think that could be you. If you think you're the type of person who wants to actively, intrinsically are motivated to become better, we can help you do that because we've built the tools to help you learn properly from podcasts. So go to skillding.com and find Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink.